Hey guys, Kel Teakin. Welcome back to the channel. Did you know that there is something you can do at home, anywhere in your house, in your garage, outside in your backyard, in your driveway, in your bedroom, in your family room, anywhere, that can burn a ridiculous amount of fat, can get you in great cardio shape, can get you really conditioned? It's called shadow boxing. I don't know why I didn't think to make this video before, because this is like one of the best workouts you can do, and you don't even have to know how to box. You don't even have to know. I am not a boxer. And this workout I just did, what I'm going to show you on this video now, got my heart rate so high, it got me like I'm so winded, like I have to take a break because it's so exhausting. Shadow boxing is one of the greatest things you can do to get in shape. It's amazing, and it's so easy to do because you don't need any equipment or anything. You just do it. You don't necessarily have to know exactly what you're doing. You're just moving. I'm going to show you right now what to do. Okay, check this out. Okay, so here I'm just kind of warming up. I'm getting loose and staying light on the balls of my feet. I'm just starting with a jab. Just jab, jab, and bring that hand right back to kind of the side of my eye. Now I'm going jab cross. And any of these, again, I mean, you can do these however you want. You can make up what kind of combos you're doing, and you can make things up. I mean, the whole idea is you're just keeping your heart rate up. It is amazing what kind of fitness level you can get to just with simply shadow boxing. I mean, it takes no equipment. All it takes is just standing up and start moving. And you will see how your heart rate just really comes up, and you will be out of breath. And I mean, you'll have to take breaks. Boxing is, a serious type of conditioning. It'll get you in really good shape. So I'm just throwing some different combos here, like jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And then I'm just trying to throw different things together. I mean, I don't necessarily know what I'm doing here. I mean, I trained fighters, but I trained them on conditioning. I didn't train them how to fight or anything like that. I actually worked with them. They taught me how to throw punches and the right form to hit with and things like that. And I'm just kind of doing some things that I remember. But the main thing is you're just moving around and you're keeping that heart rate up. And when you need breaks, you just take some breaks. I mean, you go till you can't and rest till you can. That has always been my saying. So here I'm just doing some more combos. And later I'll make another video where we can actually start putting kicks in there too. Right now I'm just doing boxing, but I mean, you can also do this with kickboxing. And this is great. You can do this in the family room, in the bedroom, anywhere. You can do this anywhere. When you need breaks, you can stop punching and you can just kind of bounce around on your feet, like what I was doing in the beginning as a warm-up. And that's kind of called an active rest. So you're resting, you're not doing anything, but you're still bouncing. So it's still going to help you improve your cardio, your endurance. Okay, so now I want to go into some stretches that I love. I have some stretches that are like staples for me, ones that I do all the time. I also do other stretches, but these are my favorites. This one, you're lying on your back. You're just going to pull that knee into your chest, and you're going to pull it as tight as you can in there. And then as you dorsiflex that left foot, see how I pulled my toe up, you're going to feel that tibialis, that muscle in your shin. You're going to be like, whoa, I didn't even know I had a muscle there. But I guarantee you, if you walk at all during the day, then you have a muscle there. You'll feel it. So now I've straightened the leg and I'm pulling it back just as far as I can. This is stretching the hamstring, and you can just go as far as you can. I normally can go a little bit further than this, but I haven't been stretching as much. When I very first started these, when I hadn't done any stretching, I could barely even make my legs straight because I was so tight. But the more you do these, the more flexible you're going to come. You're really going to increase that flexibility and that mobility. This next one, I crossed my left foot over my right knee, and then I'm just pulling back on behind that right knee, and you're going to feel that in the inner thigh and the glutes. This is another one of my favorite stretches. This one just really feels good. And so now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, these stretches, normally you can hold them from anywhere from like 10 seconds to a minute. Just go on how you feel, and you know how much stretching you need. You'll be able to feel that, and just try to make it even. So if you do 10 seconds on one side, then do 10 seconds on the other side, or if you do 60 seconds one side, do 60 on the other side. Just try to stay as even as you can. So now I'm going back into that next stretch where I'm just pulling back, really getting that hamstring. You're really trying to keep your leg straight on this one. I don't want your knee locked out, but I want it relatively straight if you can. And notice how my left knee is bent. That enables me to pull back a little bit further on that right leg than if it were straight, like laying out straight on the ground. Okay, and then this one I'm just crossing over again, pulling on the back of that left knee, and this is, again, just great for that inner thigh and for the glute muscles. This is really a wonderful stretch. So yeah, just holding that, and these, like I said, are some of my favorites. These are ones that I like to do after each workout. Now I'm just kind of like, shaking out my quads. You can just kind of shake them out after you stretch them. Now, this is an amazing stretch. You're just going to lie down. You're going to make yourself as long as you can. This is so good for your spine. This is something that we should all be doing every day. It just lengthens that spine. You're going to point those toes and push those fingertips up as far as you can. Just make yourself as long as possible. Your spine will love you if you do these every day. So now I'm just putting my hands behind my back, and I'm walking back with my fingertips. I'm coming back as far as I can, and I normally try to kind of point my toes when I do this. But this is going to get like the front delt, front part of the shoulders, and it feels good. A lot of us have tight shoulders, and that's a good one for keeping those loose. Now I'm going to come forward. I have a bend in my knee, and I'm grabbing the instep of my foot, and I'm pulling back. It's like I'm trying to round out my back. This is not a hamstring stretch. This is a back stretch. And then I grab the outside of my feet. And yeah, that really gets your back. Now this, see how my legs are straight? Now this turns into a hamstring stretch. So I'm just trying to pull my toes back and then just bend forward as much as I can. And you want to try to push your chin toward your toes as opposed to pushing your nose down to your knees. You want to really try to bring yourself forward. This is going to be an inner thigh stretch again. And this one, I used to do the butterfly stretch, but because I've had a little bit of issues with my knees don't like that one. So I started doing something where I just keep my legs straight and put them out as far as I can and just come forward as far as possible and just really get a good stretch on those inner thighs or the growing muscles. All these stretches, it's important to just hold them. You never bounce. You want to hold them. It's a static stretch. That means still, keeping your body nice and still when you stretch. Every time you exhale, try to push a little further into the stretch. And so it's important to keep breathing while you're stretching. Sometimes people tend to hold their breath, But now I'm standing up. I'm trying to keep my knees nice and straight, just letting my arms hang. And then I'm just grabbing my elbows and just kind of letting everything stretch out. I'm not bouncing the stretch. I'm just kind of letting my arms hang and move around. But now I'm trying to keep those legs straight and pull my nose into my knees. And that is really great on the hamstrings, the glutes, and the low back. That is a great stretch. So now I'm going to get that IT band on that outer part of the quad that goes up into the glutes. You're going to cross over with your left foot and then lean to the left. And then you're going to cross over with your right foot and then lean to the right. And this is really good on that IT band. Again, one of my favorite stretches. All these stretches I'm showing you, these are my top stretches. I can't go without these stretches. These all feel so good. This is a calf stretch I like to do. I find something and try to pull my toe up as far as I can, bring my heel as close to that wall or that pole or whatever it is, and just pull my body forward. So again, the heel is up, toes up, and then just pull yourself forward. You're gonna feel that stretch in that calf muscle. This is such a great stretch. And you're gonna hold those. You never wanna bounce them. You just hold everything. You're always gonna do these static stretches when your body is nice and warm. You don't wanna stretch cold muscles. Okay, so now I am going into this is a bicep stretch. I just like this. This one just feels good. So I'm just stretching each bicep. It's great. So yeah, I always put the James Brown music in the background when I'm doing the boxing stuff. And then, I don't know, I guess I do it for stretching too. By the way, I am doing a shoulder stretch here, but the fighters that I've trained have taught me you use James Brown when you box. So that's just their rule, and that's why I do it. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today.